Hey, this video shows King Abdullah of Jordan taking part in distributing humanitarian aid to the affected parts of Gaza. Now, this video has very many questions lying around, given the current situation itself that is happening on ground in Jordan. Now, is it for sure? Personally, for me, I would say yes, it is for sure. Is it not for sure? You can argue otherwise, because this humanitarian aid that was actually airdropped upon Rafah and I think Khan Yunis, rather than the northern part that actually needs it more, helped a lot of people that are suffering hunger and famine in Gaza. But why am I saying is it for sure? Definitely the King Abdullah of Jordan is under tremendous pressure from the people. It is under tremendous pressure from the population. So he has to show that he's also doing everything he can to help the people of Gaza. Why am I saying that he's under tremendous pressure? If you look at the riots that are happening in Jordan, we have to understand that after the Nakba, a lot of Palestinians migrated here and there. That is how Gaza came to remain, the Strip came to remain this side, and others went to remain to the other side of the West Bank. Now, a lot of them went to Egypt, some of them went to, of course, Saudi Arabia, Syria, and Jordan. So, as you see, there are a lot of riots in Jordan, Egypt, and all these other surrounding countries, Bahrain and whatever, although their governments are doing the opposite. Now, the King King Abdullah of Jordan is one of the people, his government is one of the governments that are cracking down on protesters. If you look at this video, you're going to see ladies, or you're going to see women that are protesting and are being cracked down either by riot police or by the military, because they are protesting. What they are protesting is actually the land bridge that is helping the Zionist regime in Israel to get logistics, to get food, to get what, while the people in Gaza are suffering. That's why he's forced to do these things that he's doing. That they could have, I keep telling you people that these people had the opportunity to stop this conflict before it even began by using the leverages they have. You would say that what does Jordan have that could have actually helped this war to end? There are US military bases in Jordan. They could have just told them, don't use our airspace. We don't need your military bases here if you're going to facilitate this conflict. Same goes for the UAE, same goes for Saudi, Turkey, Egypt. And when you look at countries like Saudi, UAE, they have a lot of trade and a lot of oil and stuff, a lot of leverage they could have used, but they didn't use actually that leverage. And these people found out that the trademark or the land bridge that is providing logistics and food and other items for the Zionist regime or for the Zionist people in Israel to use is going through Jordan. So they decided to protest, and the riot police or whatever military cracked on these people. Why? To protect the Zionist interests. So We have these countries coming to the cameras and saying other things, just like you see the US is saying other things and doing otherwise. So why is the land bridge to connect logistics using trucks, trailers and whatever to take logistics of food and vegetables to Israel? It is there because the Houthi of Yemen put a blockade in the Red Sea, which is actually effective. It's like, for me, you normally call it sanctions. I call it that the Houthi actually sanctioned the Israelis and all their allies. So they put these sanctions, or they put this blockade that is costing them billions of dollars, because they have to go all around Africa, to pass all around Africa, all around North Africa, go through the Strait of Gibraltar that's Morocco controlled. Morocco could have closed that, but according to nowadays where I'm standing is, even if Morocco would have taken the initiative of saying, okay, if the Houthi have closed the Bab el Mandeb Strait and no one is passing here, then we also close the Strait of Gibraltar. No Israeli affiliated ships will pass here. It would have still not worked, because right now these people are getting logistics through Dubai, that is Jebel Ali port. Then they take them by road to Saudi Arabia. Then they take them by road to Jordan. Okay, the road also extends to Bahrain. Of course, they have their military bases there, but no need. It goes through Dubai, that's UAE, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, then to Tel Aviv. You get what I'm talking about? So that is the trade route that they have now resorted to. These countries have to come together, because they can no longer do that. It's already too late for that drama. They had to come together and say, no, we are not going to allow this to happen. Good enough, the Yemen have done what they are doing. So if Morocco read through the lens and said, okay, even if we close the Strait of Gibraltar, is the UAE, is Saudi Arabia, is Jordan going to cooperate? Because for this to work, they all had to come together as, these Islamic countries in the Middle East. They all had to come together to make this work. You get? Because, like I've already told you, the Yemen closed the Red Sea, the Bab el Mandeb Strait, the strait, they cannot pass there. Now they have to go all around North Africa. So we have Morocco in the north. So if Morocco decided to close the Strait of Gibraltar for, say, all Israeli affiliated ships cannot go through this train, so it would still not work. Ask me why. Because even right now, they are using the new trade route from UAE, Saudi Arabia to Jordan. So for it to work, all these countries had to be in agreement for it to work. You get my point? So these people are facilitating, or they are making what the Houthis are doing not so effective. It is effective because they are losing billions of dollars, but they are helping these people bypass these sanctions, which is not a good thing. Maybe you'll ask me, why are they doing that? Of course, to protect their people. Maybe they are too afraid of the US, they are too afraid of Britain, they are too afraid of losing the trade links they have with them. But I think it's mostly to protect their people because I don't know. Personally, I think that it's about money. It's about money. But when you look at Jordan, the people are not very happy about it. Even when you go back to Tel Aviv today, people have started again calling for Netanyahu to resign and his far-right government. Yes, the settlers are also there screaming how they want to go and settle in Gaza. They are blocking the aid. That is going by land. That's why some people or some countries have decided to airdrop instead of using the land, because there are thousands of trucks waiting to get into Gaza, but they are not being allowed to get into because they want to starve these people to death. Now, that is why some countries have resorted to airdropping, which they would have done earlier, which they are doing, which is a good thing, but they are late. Okay, better late than never, but rather they should have done it earlier. Okay, and airdropping once or twice, it doesn't make sense because the aid is already there. And you're going to find that these countries that are very much helping the Zionist regime of Israel are the very countries that are giving a lot of aid. They are always there to give aid. They are always there to facilitate whatever is happening in this, whatever needs to be done in Gaza. Why? In my heart, I feel that they are guilty. They feel guilty. They feel this. They feel like they have betrayed these guys, so they owe them something because they are always there to give. Look at Saudi Arabia, the aid it will give. You look at the UAE, the aid it will give. It's a lot. They always give a lot. At the same time, they are playing both sides. So, recently, we have all seen the video, I'm going to put that in. We have all seen the video of where trucks were going to the parts of northern Gaza. These people have not been receiving food. They are already started dying of famine and hunger. And finally, trucks were allowed to go to the northern part of Gaza. And guess what? The IOF or the IDF decided to open fire on these people using rifles and tanks. Open fire on hungry people that come on, saying that they thought they were a threat. Hungry people running for food, and they thought that they were a threat to them, so they decided to open fire on them. Okay, then we have them lying through their teeth, saying that they didn't actually do it. It was the trucks that overran these people. That, of course, when you start firing, there will be a stampede because people will start running everywhere, and the truck drivers got scared. They drove off the trucks, of course, injuring some other people who were already injured by both the stampede and both the bullets and both the tank shellings. And after all of that, we have their ministers thanking them for the work well done. I thought you said you had nothing to do with that. Why are your ministers thanking you? Guys, there is a lot going on. Lies have become lies. Yeah, we shall continue from there.